Hey everyone, and welcome. I'm absolutely pumped to have you here today because we are looking at a truly captivating story. We are taking a deep dive into the classic dramatic animated tale of Corella, Muli, and Kadu. Now, on the surface, you might look at this and think it's just a simple, straightforward narrative, right? Well, actually, scratch that. It's incredibly layered. In this explainer, we're going to unpack how it's actually this deeply profound exploration of human nature. We're talking love, the wildly intoxicating pull of ambition, deception, and ultimately the real tangible cost of chasing wealth when it comes at the expense of our most foundational relationships. So, let's map out exactly how this psychological drama unfolds, step by step. Okay, let's dive into this by anchoring ourselves to a core theme. Can money buy true happiness, or does it inevitably cost us our true love? I know, it's a massive question, but it is the absolute fundamental tension driving this entire story. It really asks us to consider what happens when the pure, simple life we know is just suddenly blindsided by the shiny allure of wealth and corporate success. So do me a favor and keep this question right in the back of your mind as we move through today's story, because literally every single decision our main character makes is a direct response to this very dilemma. Let's start right at the beginning. Section 1, Promises in the Village. Just listen to this profound declaration Corella makes early on. I will never leave your side. One day, we will build a big house filled only with happiness. Wow! This isn't just some casual, off-the-cuff comment. It completely establishes the emotional stakes here. By explicitly stating his intent to build a life filled only with happiness alongside Muli, he's setting a baseline of absolute, rock-solid trust. We get this beautiful, pure promise that grounds their bond way before the chaos of the outside world can even think about interfering. And here is the exact moment things start to splinter. Corella's goal is entirely external. He tells Muli he has to go to the city for a job to chase these massive dreams and make their shared vision a reality. But Muli's goal, it's internal. It's incredibly localized. She promises to just wait patiently in the village until he gets back. So we're seeing ambition pushing outward into the totally unknown versus loyalty remaining firmly anchored to the past. It's this perfect, striking contrast of two people who are physically separating, but who still, deep down, believe they are completely emotionally united. But as we all know, environments change us, which brings us to Section 2, the allure of the city. Okay, so when Corella first arrives, he openly admits that everything is entirely new and just totally overwhelming to him. But then, soon after, he meets someone new, a wealthy local who offers to help him figure out the city and navigate this crazy new life. And guys, this is the massive turning point. Empowered by her influence, Corella achieves rapid, crazy corporate success. Boom. He is suddenly part of the company and his wildest financial dreams are coming true fast. But here's the catch. As his ambition gets fed, his connection to home starts starving. He starts making excuses. Those eager phone calls to Muli, they begin to stop. He goes from being this wide-eyed, lost villager to a completely seduced city dweller. And every single step he takes up that corporate ladder takes him a mile further away from the promise he made back home. Meanwhile, back in the village, the red flags are becoming literally impossible to ignore. Muli notices that Corella's voice has actually physically changed. He doesn't even sound like the same guy anymore. And when they do manage to get on the phone, he brushes her off, claiming that city dreams just take more time and the world is, changing him. Internally, he even admits that his heart has become completely entangled in this new life. The tension really spikes when Muli's mother steps in. She voices these very practical, hard-hitting concerns, basically asking, how long can you possibly wait for a man who seems to be vanishing into thin air? And yet, Muli remains fiercely loyal, insisting she will only listen to him. It's this tragic, heartbreaking buildup as Corella just becomes totally consumed by his shiny new world. But the truth can't be hidden by distance or excuses forever. Section 3, a bitter betrayal. The emotional disconnect between them at this stage is just staggering. Look at Muli's reality. She is desperately clinging to trust. She is fighting her own breaking heart, fully admitting her trust is fracturing, but man, her heart still wants him. And then look at Corella's reality. Cold, hard detachment. When he's directly confronted about his feelings, he just coldly notes that sure, he used to love her, but now he's chosen a new life. It is incredibly jarring to witness how completely and utterly he has removed himself from the emotional weight of their shared past. The actual mechanics of the breakup? Swift and brutal. Step 1. Muli discovers visual proof, a literal photo of Corella with the wealthy city girl. Step 2, when she confronts him, Corella initially tries to play it off, lying and calling her just a friend, but that facade drops real quick. He confesses that he changed and hid the truth simply because he didn't have time. Ouch. And then, step 3, the ultimate severance. Muli receives Corella's wedding card in the mail. No way. It is a methodical, deeply painful sequence of events that firmly slams the door on their relationship, highlighting exactly how casually he abandons his roots the second wealth is secured. And this quote from Corella is just the final, devastating blow to their village dream. Now the truth cannot be hidden. I have changed. With those words, the transformation is 100% complete. That earnest, deeply loyal character we met at the start, gone. He has fully internalized the cold values of the city, happily trading his deep emotional commitments for high status and immediate financial security. But, as you might guess, the story definitely doesn't end with his success. Section 4, Wealth Without Peace. Talk about profound irony. Listen to this realization. Wealth has been gained, but peace is lost somewhere. He actually achieved it. He hit those massive, ambitious goals, stepped right into a life of crazy high status and immense financial resources, but the psychological toll is absolutely instantaneous. He realizes, a little too late, that the transaction he made, trading pure love for money, resulted in a total, complete loss of his inner peace. So let's break down exactly why this new reality of his is so incredibly hollow. Corella quickly discovers that his new wealthy partner is relentlessly busy. I mean, when he tries to genuinely connect, she bluntly tells him she has too much work and they can just chat later. The relationship completely lacks that deep, grounding, emotional connection he once had with Muli. She explicitly tells him that life doesn't run on emotions anymore. It's an existence dictated purely by logic, business, and raw ambition. Sitting in this cold, sterile reality, Corella finally recognizes his massive mistake. He admits to himself that he threw away his one true love. His ambition didn't build a happy house. It built a cage. Which brings us to the conclusion of our tale. Section 5, the final lesson. I really want to take a second to walk you through Muli's incredible emotional resilience here. Because despite her mother's desperate worries, Muli actually attends his wedding. She goes there to face the absolute final truth of her broken dreams. She doesn't hide away, she looks reality right in the eye. She accepts the deep, agonizing pain of that moment, saying goodbye forever. But, and this is absolutely crucial, instead of letting it break her, she consciously turns that intense pain into personal strength. And ultimately, she finds her smile once again. Her mother even joyfully notes that the light has literally returned to her face. Muli heals not by pretending it didn't happen or that it didn't hurt, but by moving straight through the betrayal and coming out significantly stronger on the other side. So, what is the ultimate takeaway from this explainer? It's summarized perfectly right here. True love absolutely cannot be bought, and those who casually break trust in the pursuit of material gain, they will inevitably be forced to face the painful, lonely consequences of their own decisions. Corella got the wealth, sure, but he completely lost his peace. Muli lost her naive dream, yes, but she gained this unshakable inner strength and total self-respect. Which leaves us with this final, genuinely provocative question to consider. Have you ever let ambition blind you to who really matters? It is so incredibly easy to get caught up in the hustle, chasing the big house, the next promotion, the next level of success, exactly like Corella did. But this story is such a powerful reminder to just hit pause and evaluate the true cost of that climb. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I really hope this leaves you questioning the balance between your own ambitions and the relationships that truly, deeply ground you. Catch you next time.